You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's America's Best Dance Crew After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's America's Best Dance Crew After Show.
Hey guys, what is happening? It is Pitbull night on America's Best Dance Crew, and he was actually there.
I know, that's surprising. Not normally does that happen.
No,
ever.
but it was a fun night. But first of all, joining me tonight, the lovely Nicolette Gaona. I'm sorry, I'm just thrown off because we're missing Sarah and we're missing Ashley, so I was thrown off.
It's okay.
I feel really bad.
Hi, everyone. He was just distracted.
I was distracted by your tan, which is still somehow here from Miami.
Yes.
Because you're going on Pitbull still with Miami flavor.
305. What?
And guys, I am Dave Klein, and joining us in the booth, Ronnie Jr. Jr.
I am here along with Marissa, who is a super fan of America's Best Dance
Marissa, you're
Crew.
here too?
She is.
Good.
Say hi, Marissa.
Hey, everyone.
All right, guys,
girl?
let me just start by saying that Bing is for doing, and we are doing, as I already said, America's Best Dance Crew ABDC After Show. So let's start off with the intro, and what did you think?
It was very colorful, and I was very surprised to see the ICONic Boyz. They returned for a little dance routine with everyone, so that was amazing, as usual.
Yeah, they were kind of paired up there with 8 Flavas, which was fun.
Perfect height.
Yeah, exactly. That must be why they're perfect
Same
height with
age,
each other. Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah, I'd say around the same age, yeah. So yeah, I thought that was fun to see, and they were kind of themed for the beach. That was the whole thing, was a beach theme, and it was kind of fun with the old school beach style.
Yeah, I
You're our
agree.
local stylist, so what'd you think?
No, I loved all the costumes. I mean, it was very bright colors. I'm really into bright colors right now, as you can see.
I can totally see that. It's very bright. I'm kind of rocking that better than you are right now.
Right, you are. I loved all the different textures and all the different styles they had. So it was very colorful.
Great, yeah, I agree, and I thought the dance routine was fun. I like this dance routine more than when they had Flow Right On. I actually thought this was a better routine.
I agree with that too.
So I thought they did a great job with it. And let us start off with the first dance of the night. So we found out the first crews that were safe were Electrolytes and 8 Flavas, which I was happy about because I thought Electrolytes was the best crew last week.
Right.
So I was excited. I was like, yes, they deserved it. And their theme for the night was capoeira. What did you think?
I mean, it was definitely a lot of that in their routine. I totally agreed with JC, and so did you as well. I mean, it was definitely a hot performance, but there was a lot of repetition, and I really loved the knee roll too. That was like really sick.
Yeah,
I liked it.
I was kind of calling it a knee Zulu spin because it's
okay.
It's sort of a Zulu spin, like a breakdance move, but they had their knees, and they did a lot of
Zulu, like Zulu King.
Yeah, like Zulu
Shout
Kings.
out to Zulu Kings, Taekwondo Hodak. What's up?
So yeah, just like that.
Yes.
Or I think they originally got it from the Zulu Warriors. That's where they got the
Okay.
name from. But I think that's also where Zulu Kings got their name.
Yes.
So it makes sense. But they also had a bunch of backflips. They had a lot of karate, a lot of capoeira, and they had that I guess the L kick was a different crew. They did some L kicks, and they had a lot of spinning kicks. But you know what? There really wasn't much. I know capoeira is a style of dance, but it didn't feel very dancey to me. And
I just felt like they were doing the same routine over and over again. They didn't switch it up. They didn't make anything.
They didn't switch it up at all.
It was just kicks, and kicks.
Yeah, like it was purely capoeira, and they didn't really throw in any other styles. I was kind of surprised because, I mean, I know I'm a breaker, so I'm always gonna like suggest and be like, you should put breakdancing in, but I feel like a lot of capoeira moves are used in breakdancing, so it just kind of seems like a natural element
Right.
to include. Like, why not? You can incorporate that because it's very natural. A lot of moves in breaking are similar to capoeira moves, so I was surprised. And the capoeira top dancing that they had made sense because it looked capoeira to me. But yeah, I mean, I just thought it was too much.
It could have been done much better. But.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm sad because they're one of my favorite crews, but unfortunately, I didn't think they did that great this week. So Eight Flavors was the next crew to go, and their style was the can.
Loved it.
Yeah, I thought this was great. I thought they did a great job.
Super duper dope. I loved it. I mean, I loved the skirts that they had. I mean, all the flips, them flipping off of each other. I mean, it's crazy. And then they did the flip like going away from each other. I mean, it was just so beautiful, actually. Just everything about that whole performance was great. I loved it.
Yeah, I thought they had a lot of awesome acrobatics, as you were saying. They did a good job incorporating the can, and it wasn't too much, though. It wasn't overpowering, unlike Electrolytes. They had it there,
Right.
but it wasn't too much. I like the whole theme with it, where they had the ringmaster and then all the
Right.
other canners, and they did a good job mixing those together. And they had a really cool, they did some front walkovers, which I think are really cool. And that was the move that you looked at and you're like, whoa, that's awesome.
Oh, okay.
It's almost like a
Yeah.
front handspring, but you're walking your legs
Okay,
over.
yeah, I
it
like
looks
that.
it looks really cool. The one thing I will say is the top angle that they threw out there while they were kind of on the ground trying to do a can thing, it didn't look very good to me, and I'm not blaming it on them at all. I
Okay.
just think it was the camera itself
Oh,
didn't
okay.
work, so I
Yeah.
thought it was more the camera's fault. But I like the costume change, and then they broke it down into another style of dance after the costume change. So I liked it. I thought they did a great job.
I really liked it. I mean, I do want to point out one thing. You know, they are little girls, so corsets, I don't know if they should be ripping that off anytime soon. So that was my only negative on that, you know, maybe keeping them a little bit more young.
You know, I don't think it was
And
as
not
sexual
too-
as the other week, though. Last week was more sexual to
Well, I
me.
know. They just need to tone it down for them. They're little girls. They don't need rocking that
Yeah.
stuff.
No, I mean, I agree. They don't
Yeah.
need that stuff, but I still thought it was fun to
But
have a
no.
costume change in general was fun.
Yeah, but, you know, it didn't have to be a corset.
Yeah.
You know? Could have been a big layer and then it rips off, you know. But it was a great performance.
Yes, I think
Hands
we
down.
definitely
One of
agree
my
that this.
favorites.
I agree. I think it's one of the best of the night,
We're agreeing a lot today.
and that doesn't always happen.
I know, it doesn't.
So let's go on to Most Wanted Crew, which was the other safe crew for the night. Since you
so hot.
are so hot over them and you were excited that's who you wanted to be safe, what did you think?
They're one of my favorites. I mean, not just because they're good looking guys, okay? No, it was a very strong performance. I loved the Russian dance. I don't get to see much of that, so it was a nice, cool surprise seeing a dance like that. And I really liked their look that they had going on. They did look like the, what were they called? The Nutcrackers? Yeah, is that what they called them?
Well, I think one of them looked like a nutcracker. I think it just happened to look like one. I don't think they did it on purpose because nutcrackers look Russian with
Obviously.
the hat.
Oh, right, exactly.
There's just the one guy with the beard who was putting it up to his lips.
Oh, is that what he was doing?
Well, I mean, at the end when he said you look like a nutcracker. He
Oh,
kinda
and
did-
then the okay.
Yeah, he did the look.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, but I really liked it. It was a really strong performance.
You know, I actually thought this was one of the weakest of the night, and I agree a lot with what D-Trix and Little Mama and JC, they were all kind of saying, which, you know, I think they're usually really strong and usually really good, but they had so many mistakes and so many mess-ups throughout it. At first, and unfortunately they pointed it out. It made it even worse to me when I initially thought, but they had a good start. The opening was great. It was really cool. They came out strong with the hard hits for the dancing. And then the first thing was this L kick that the guy tried. And I thought it was going
With
to
the
be an L
hat?
kick. Yeah, it was a hat
He missed
trick,
that, yeah.
which he missed. But I thought it was just a bad L kick at first. When they pointed it out, it even highlighted for me that it was supposed to be a hat trick, which I didn't notice because it was so badly messed up. And then they had like a bunch of other. They had the jump over that they messed up, and as JC said, the back crew weren't. They were kind of like thrown off a little bit by the people on the back. So
Oh, just kidding then. He's getting technical. Now I understand. I'm like, okay, well maybe they weren't that great. But
I
they're
mean,
strong.
stick strong to your opinion.
Yeah, well it kind of makes sense now, but
Yeah. So you know, I thought the
it was
dancing.
still strong.
Yeah, I thought the routine, like they were saying, could have been good. It was a decent routine. It was just they had so many mistakes, and you know, one mistake. I'll forgive that, especially if it's like a trick. And most of the mistakes they made were trick based, but again, they didn't carry out with it very well. They didn't flow with it as they should have. They should have just stayed strong. But before we move on, I do want to point out that all the content on AfterBuzz is provided completely for free. So that being said, we appreciate your support in any way possible, whether that be going to the live chat and commenting on the live chat on AfterBuzzTV.com, and we will read your comments and call you out. And if you want to, if you have questions, we'll read them out. Go to iTunes, rate us. You can write comments on iTunes. We love seeing them. Or go to YouTube, and we love seeing your comments, negative or positive, on YouTube, and then also rate us. We love reading that, and we'll shout you out too if you have a question. So any of that stuff, we really appreciate. And the other thing to point out, the other thing you can do is go to Amazon.com, and if you click, or AfterBuzzTV.com rather, there's an Amazon link on the top right. If you click on that and buy whatever the hell you're going to buy in the first place, Nicolette, I don't care what it is. If you were going there and buying whatever the hell you were going to buy, just go to AfterBuzzTV.com, click on the Amazon link. It's the exact same price. There's nothing different you have to do except for go to our website first, and you will help support us just by clicking on that link. So we would greatly appreciate that.
Yes.
Even if some awesome stuff to look like some ABDC crews.
Right.
You know, like some jackets like this.
Yeah, exactly. Or some hoodies or beanies or CDs.
I don't think they have headspin beanies, which is too bad. Headspin beanies. I don't think they have that.
Can you just headspin on a beanie? No.
I think you could. So Cinematic Escape has a question for us, which is, if you guys could be in a crew, which crew would you want to be in?
Oh, jeez.
I'll say Electrolytes, since they're my favorite crew. They do a lot of breaking, they do a lot of tricking, and a lot of the styles that they throw out there are the styles that I really like. So that would be the crew that I would want to be part of. What about you?
Oh, that is a good question. Probably 8 flavors.
So you could be 12 years old again, right?
Yeah. Well, I love that they're sassy and fun, and I think I could get along well because I have a young spirit.
It would be nice to be 12 again and be that good at dancing.
I know.
I'll say that much. If I was that good at dancing when I was 12, that would be awesome. And I would have been getting all the ladies way younger than I started to. Which is important. Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the 2 bottoms of the week. And the bottom was Fanny Pack and Rated Next Generation. And, I honestly wasn't too surprised by either of them. I think Fanny Pack, as we were talking about earlier, Nicolette, I think a lot of people are really hard on them because they're back for another season.
Exactly.
So they're always going to be hard on them. And then Rated Next Generation, probably a lot of the dancing, the 90s style dancing they had to do last week, a lot of people just didn't connect with because it just doesn't look as strong as modern day dancing. Even if they were hitting everything right, it just doesn't necessarily look as good.
Yeah, I feel like that was tonight's dance for them was their turnaround for everyone to kind of connect with them and really see like their dancing experience and their performance. I mean, it was a really great performance. And Fanny Pack, like we were saying earlier, I just feel like people are just kind of like, oh, we want to see amazing, not just good because you're back on the show.
Yeah.
It's kind of probably frustrating to a lot of people how they're back on the show, and it could have been a lot more too that could be on the show. So I think they're getting harder.
So did you think that Fanny Pack's performance tonight was amazing, not just good?
I really thought it was. I thought it was good. I mean, Bollywood dancing.
Yeah, Bollywood style.
Bollywood style. I know that's probably a really hard style to do, but they did it very well. And I thought it was a really pretty performance. I liked their costumes, and they got into the feel, so it was a really good vibe up in there.
Yeah, I think they did a great job with this. I thought they had a lot of good they used the steps in the beginning where half of the crew is on the steps and half of the crew is on the stage, so they use their spacing well, which some crews don't do.
Right.
It's hard to do sometimes to think about your spacing, but they did that well. They also used, like you said, the scarves. That was really cool, especially the ending where the girl was twisting as the scarves were wrapping around her, and they had the scarves over their heads at one point where they were kicking out and using their feet and dancing with their feet. And they had a lot of different dance styles as well. They highlighted the Bollywood dance style primarily, but they still incorporated various elements of hip-hop dance into it, which I guess if we were to look back at Electrolytes, they didn't do a good job of incorporating other styles of dance outside of capoeira, and Fanny Pack they did.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just
I
Bollywood,
agree.
but they did Bollywood good. So I thought they did a great job. I thought this was a really strong dance.
And so, yeah, I mean, with the decision that they made at the end, I mean, it was a perfect decision, making them both go through.
Right, which we should definitely highlight later. Let's talk about Rated Next Generation.
Oh, I forgot about them.
Yeah, how could you
No,
forget about
because I
Rated
talked
Next?
about them first. I
Um,
went in about them first.
do you? I guess I'll go into them
Okay,
then. I'll
yeah.
dig deep inside and say that I thought they may have been the best dance of the night. Rated Next Generation. I think Rated Next Generation, A-Flavors were probably the two strongest for me. But Rated Next Generation, they had that Dance 1,000 Hands that they were supposed to do. And they did a great job with it. They really pulled off the illusion. They had some different elements which were cool. I don't know how cool it would have been if you were actually there in person and been on the side, because you would have never
Right.
seen that illusion and it wouldn't have worked.
Exactly.
But luckily they had the camera there for the audience to see, or for the viewers on TV to see, and it worked well
Amazing.
for the viewers. It worked perfectly. They did a great job with that. They had some other cool stuff I want to point out. At the very beginning, they had a really cool start with the tutting. I thought that was great. They had the head moments with the tutting, which also kind of looked sort of Asian in influence, but it was I think it was very tutting based. Not finger tutting, but tutting in the way they did it. So they did a great job with that. A lot of hard angles, which you really need to hit if you're going to do the tutting. They really hit the beats of the music too. They had some good shaking to the beats of the music. The fans were fun that they used because it made it look Asian, but they still kind of incorporated into the dance. Not a lot, and maybe I would have liked to have seen a little bit more the fan incorporation, but they still used it well and it looked fun. And I just thought overall it was really well done.
I agree.
I'm just
It was
thinking if
really
there.
cool.
I
I've
other
never
things.
seen something like that live or like on television with the hands, so I liked it.
Yeah, so I definitely thought it was a great job. So then the unexpected happened. I don't know if you were expecting this at all, but
No.
they decided for the first time ever to bring back both Fanny Pack and Rated Next Generation. What? That's crazy.
I know.
So first time ever. They've been changing everything up this season.
They really have.
They had the double elimination one night,
Mm-hmm.
and then they had no one get eliminated the first night of the season, and then now they have this going on. So they're really changing things up and throwing you for a loop. I don't know if I like that they brought back two crews just because it switches the format so much. Although I think it was planned. Regardless,
Really?
I think it was
Yeah.
planned because maybe they didn't want Fanny Pack to lose again or something
Right.
if it was Fanny Pack, but I feel like it's got to be planned because they have to have 5 songs ready for the next week.
Right.
Just from a logistical production standpoint, I think it was planned out, even though they
Yeah.
said it wasn't. I think it was. Although I agree with them. I think that Fanny Pack and Rated Next Generation were two of the strongest dances of the week.
But it's kind of frustrating because I know there's been many situations to where there's been like 2 dance crews that have been the best of that whole, for that week, and they would let them go. So I mean, to me, I was kind of like, there was other ones too, but they actually did kill it too. So I was really surprised that they do that because I was really thinking Fanny Pack was going home.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Fanny Pack was going home too. Nothing against their dance.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
I just thought Rated Next Generation really killed it, and I thought they were stronger of the two.
Right.
So I guess if we were the judges and we had to choose one, you would have chosen Rated Next
Pack.
Generation.
No, Fanny Pack.
To stay, I meant.
Oh, to stay?
Yes. Be on my wavelength, Nicolette. Come on,
sorry.
be on my wavelength. No, and I agree with you. I think that Rated Next Generation should have stayed as well. We're pretty much agreeing on everything tonight.
I know.
So
Sorry.
before we cut to commercial, when we get back, we'll talk a little bit about. I was actually back on Friday on set again. I'll talk a little bit about that, and then we'll talk about our predictions for next week. But before we go to commercial, let me just say that I'm a huge gamer. Are you, Nicolette?
Oh, yes. Mario Kart, hello.
All about the Mario Kart. Have you ever played drunk driving with Mario Kart?
Kind of.
Don't do this at home, or do it at home. You have to finish an entire drink before you do a race in Mario Kart, an entire beer. Whoever finishes both a beer and gets in first place is the winner. Play it at home if you're of age. If you're of age. So being that I'm a huge gamer, gaming can be expensive, as we all know. It's $60 to buy a new game, $50. Even like games on the 3DS could be $40. PS Vita, $50. See, like I said, I'm a huge gamer. I know all this stuff. So why not join GameFly, where you can get it way cheaper? You just choose a monthly fee, and then you can have all the games you want delivered to you, like Dragon's Dogma, which is coming out. Looks awesome. Yeah, you should get that through GameFly. And we would appreciate, you should definitely help support us by going to gamefly.com/AfterBuzzTV. And if you do this, not only will it help support us, but you'll get a 15-day free trial. So it will benefit you. It will benefit us. It benefits everybody.
Oh yeah.
Do it. I'm
Do
just
it.
throwing it out there. Do it for Dragon's Dogma and for AfterBuzz.
Yeah.
And for the sake of Diablo 3, which just came out. I was about to say Diavolo because I like chicken Diavolo pasta.
Oh, okay.
Diablo 3 just came out as well. Lots of big games, surprisingly, for a summer, for those who are gamers, you know. So,
Great.
do
well,
it.
there you go.
Do it. All right, and we will cut to commercial.
Commercial break.
Hey everybody, John Comerford here. I've got my Mad Men with me.
Kevin Undergaro.
Phil Svitek.
For all you fans of Mad Men, we're your AfterBuzz TV hosts of Mad Men. Every Sunday right after the show, 9:30, we're breaking down the episode.
You can also check us out on iTunes and YouTube the following morning.
We're going to get into the imagery, the symbolism, the structure. We give you all the information on Mad Men that the other podcasts out there don't.
Very insightful. You're gonna love it. Check us out.
Please.
Hello, everybody. We are the LA Complex crew, and we are here with Andre Fuller from the LA Complex, who plays Caldrick King. And you can catch LA Complex every Tuesday night on the CW at 9 o'clock. After that, come to our AfterBuzz TV show, where we do a recap of the LA Complex. We talk about Raquel, we talk about sex tapes, we talk about, relationships. And you can catch us live at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, AfterBuzzTV.com. If you can't catch us live, go ahead and swing over to YouTube the next day. You can rate, you can comment, watch us. iTunes, same thing. Download, rate, comment, and we would love to hear your feedback, and we love to support, guys. So please, please, please support us and support the LA Complex. Buzz you later.
Guys, this is the AfterBuzz TV crew for The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Woo! Don't forget to tune in every Monday night at 8 p.m. to see
Adrian Barrow,
Deanna Vaughn,
Susan Hahn,
Giselle Ugardi.
Buzz you later!
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about?
So, I'll tell you what I want to buzz about. I would like to buzz about the fact that, once again, we were fortunate enough to be on set, and I got to go to America's Best Dance Crew, filmed at Warner Brothers once again. So it was a fun time. I got to meet Zendaya from Shake It Up, who was there. She was really friendly, super cute. I got to talk to D-Trix, who I practice with sometimes over in, well, should I give that away? We practice sometimes at UCLA in the gymnastics area to practice tricking. That's how they do it. That's how you get good at tricking. You need a gymnasium.
Yes.
So to cheat or to just get better.
I can't wait to go next week.
And we actually got to and you're going to be here this week. So, and we got to talk to a lot more crews this week. Last time we only got to talk to 3. This time we got to talk to 4. And they were all definitely fun to talk to. Check out our interviews. Just go to AfterBuzz TV's YouTube, and you can check out any of the interviews of any of the crews to see what you like, except for Rated Next Generation, who was kind of late to the party, and then we ran out of time because there's a bit of a time limit.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so you're kind of like rushed with a bunch of different people to get your interview in. Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be stressful. Am I going to stress out?
Yes. No, I mean, once the first initial interviews are over, you're kind of in like a media green room, so it's a little more laid back and relaxed.
Oh, okay,
but
cool.
I'll say I talked to Electrolytes, and I asked them what they were doing, because a lot of people think that they're doing too many tricks, and tricking is kind of their thing. So that they're not dancing enough, I guess, and that's why people are just voting for them, because of their tricks. And they're like, well, our dance is capoeira this week, so that's primarily tricks, which I agreed with. I would think they should have done more dancing, though, this week, which is too bad, because I really love Electrolytes. And I want to shout out real quick, Watchtower Base. I know you're watching.
Hey.
So you better know it, and you better listen. So like I said, we do shout outs. And Cinematic Escape has another question for us. If you guys had to start your own crew, what would the name of your crew be?
Oh, gosh. I like the questions, but I'm just like, oh. Most Beat.
Most Beat?
Yeah.
So I'll say what the name of my crew would be, too. I like it. Most Beat?
Most Beat.
Because you're always on the most beats. You hit the most beats? Yeah.
Well, that and then just the most beat.
Okay, good reasoning.
Right. The most beats.
I'm just going to say this because, so the crew I was in college, I was in a breakdance crew, and their name was Beat Stick Misfits. Okay. And we made an alternative crew, which was kind of like a funny name, and this is the name I'd probably stick with just because, why not? We were the Meat Sick Biscuits.
Okay.
Just to kind of like make it funny and change things up.
Cute.
And when I did a breakdance battle, the judge was like, Meat Sick Biscuits? And it's just always fun to get a reaction like that. I think I have fun with that type of thing. So let's go on then to predictions.
Yay.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So, who do you think? I mean, first of all, do you think that they're going to kick off 2 people next week instead of 1? Being that they did this?
They would have to, in a way, to
Yeah.
keep it on schedule, don't you think?
I think they'd have to too, unless they decide that they want their final episode to be 3 crews instead of just 2.
Right.
Which
That
they
makes-
might do.
Yeah, I think they've done that before, actually.
Yeah, so unless they're trying to go for that.
Yeah.
But I think they'll probably do 2 crews again, I think. So I still think my top 2 crews of the night were Rated Next Generation and 8 Flavors. What did you think? Who were your top 2 crews?
My top 2. Definitely 8 Flavors, and I really loved Rated Next Generation.
Yeah, so once again, just agreeing all night. This is making this a really boring show to listen to because we're just agreeing. We can't argue with each other.
It was really good. I mean,
But maybe that just shows that they were definitely the top.
yeah, I feel that way.
So I say the bottom for me. Sadly, I think Electrolytes, even though they've been one of my favorite crews, I just
They'll
thought
be in the bottom.
this week they didn't kill it. I think they're going to be in the bottom. And you know, as much as like Fanny Pack, I know it's hard on them and people don't like the fact that they came back again. I'd say Most Wanted crew, just because they were messing up so much. Although they do have a huge fan base, they have a giant fan base. But I mean, come on, guys, can you deny the fact that they kept on missing their tricks and they was throwing the entire crew off and Fanny Pack was on point? I mean, what do you think? Who do you think was the bottom?
Oh, geez. I'm going to have to probably say Electrolytes for me.
Electrolytes? Yeah, what do you think's the other one, though?
The other one, I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to say Most Wanted.
We got a bottom 2.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I mean, it had to be Fanny Pack or Most Wanted.
Okay. Yeah,
so.
I was gonna say Fanny Pack. They'll probably be in the bottom again.
Okay, you think probably Fanny
I
Pack?
mean, I hope that maybe the fans will vote for them, maybe, but I think they might be in the bottom.
I mean, fans, you decide, but be real here. Come on, you're messing up all your tricks. I know Most Wanted is super popular, and not that I dislike them, but guys, just do it based on your dancing. It's all about the dancing. Okay, guys, so once again, I am Dave Klein. You can find me on Twitter at @TheDaveKlein. That is KLEIN, or go to my website, www.djk-online.com.
And you can find me, Nicolette Gaona, at Twitter, at Nicolette Gaona, Gaona, or my fan page on Facebook, Nicolette Gaona. Same thing. Thanks, guys.
And in the booth.
Hello. Hey, you can find me at Ronnie Jr. Media. And also a lot of really cool videos that Marissa Serafini over here in the booth, she also puts together with the America's Best Dance crew behind the scenes. So I wanted to shout her out. She deserves it. Yeah, man. Cool.
And actually, the host Sarah Mendoza just joined the chat. That's right. Go to live chat. Talk with us.
Woo! Have a great night.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.